are here and you're confused, you're disgruntled, you're desperate, you're hopeless, you are the one that God is talking to about not giving up. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on yourself. What do I want you to do? What do I need you to do? 1, find rest in the Lord. I said, find rest in the Lord. I know it may not make sense when you are hopeless, like you have looked at every angle on how you can sort out your problem and nothing is working out. God is telling you, find rest in Him. Rest means temporarily, for this moment when you're feeling so hopeless, just say, okay, things are bad, but God does not change. When I concentrate on what He can do for me, when I stay still, when I go to God, He will rid me of the yoke that is around my neck, of the burden that is on my shoulder, and I will be still in Him. And guess what? When you find your rest in the Lord, it doesn't remove the obstacles and the mountains that you're facing, but gives you a perspective that is sober in Him. It gives you another worldview. Sometimes you're discouraged because you haven't seen another angle. He says, come unto me, ye that are weary and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. When you're resting, you're silent. And there's a big difference between being silent and quiet. Because you could be looking at me and I'm like, but inwardly, I am loud. There are thunders. There are things that are scary. I have butterflies. But God says, be still and know that I am God. Do not give up. Find rest in God. Another thing that you will do when you are finding rest in God, take stock of what you have been doing. Well, I don't know why you are overwhelmed, but the reasons are valid. But it is possible you are overwhelmed because you invested all your life in what has come down. How about if you invest in whatever your feeling has gone down, but you invest knowing that your value is more appreciated by God, and perhaps not even your immediate employer, perhaps not even in that person that you value so much. I know this week I talked to someone who told me, life is not worth living. Actually, they told me even God is absent. And maybe if this person told me that like 5 years, 10 years ago, God is absent, even God is not faithful, I was not as a good listener as I am right now. Maybe I would have met them with words, only overwhelmed them more. Yes, it's true. What I would have told them was true because God doesn't change. He's forever on the throne where we address Him. But sometimes a lot of words when someone is in that state may not help. Sometimes you just need to sit and listen. Then you find out what's happening in your life. So when I was trying to catch up with them, they said, I cannot believe that the relationship that I have invested and we're just about to get married sometime in May, it's gone. Then I learned why she was feeling like that. And we got talking and I reminded her, life is more than what we have. Life is more than the relationships that we have. Life is more than the jobs that we have. Life is more than even the things that we have put the highest value in. Life consists in God. And of course, she was still in that reality, but she got to think, yeah, I'm alive. I can now see why maybe she couldn't really quite understand. I also didn't understand. I can't tell you I understand. But she could really see something good even though she was in that situation. So if you are now in that situation, if you're thinking, all my work, whoever I serve, they never say thank you. Well, a few minutes ago, I remembered something that my son had done for me yesterday. And intentionally, I make a habit of saying thank you to people, and especially even to my kids. So when I woke up in the morning, you know that you take a journal of last evening, yesterday, I asked myself, did I say thank you for what my son was doing for me yesterday? So I've just told him thank you. He said it's okay, but I know it's not okay, because we get used to maybe serving people who are thankless. But I want you, if you're that kind of a person who serve before people and they get used to not saying thank you, take a positive position. It's not obvious. Most of us have not learned to be grateful. When you are serving them, just expect that the Lord saw your sacrifice. That way, when they don't say thank you, like the way I did not say thank you yesterday, but I remembered today, you'll not be disgruntled, because already the Lord has recognized what you're doing. I said, find rest in the Lord. God is faithful. He understands you, and He can free you from your trouble that you cannot imagine. Secondly, I said, silent, be quiet. Sometimes you get a better view when you're quiet other than when you are all over. And silent does not mean you're silent but you're negative. Sometimes I can be very quiet and all that is coming to my mind is everything negative. Be quiet in the Lord. Be still in your situation. I remember I still do it. There are many times when we have come home from church, I have this habit, and I think it is known also in my house, and we can arrive, and after maybe having lunch, I just go to my room. I am not depressed when I'm going to my room, but maybe I need to sort something out with me before I start planning for the week. And I know there are days when my husband has left me in the room, he has gone, and he will come back. And imagine he finds me in the same spot he left me. So, and sometimes he would ask me, oh, you're still here? Yes, I am still there. I find it so necessary to sit and meditate, to sit and think through the journeys that God has taken me through, to sit and just actually look through the windows of my life. And if something is not working, I close that window. And I feel so good because in the evening, I will have decluttered so much that was happening and taking place during the week. Be quiet. But when you're quiet, take stock. Think about what God has been doing for you.